What are some of the common challenges faced by an agile team, and how can you possibly address them as a Scrum Master or as an agile coach? Today, we're going to talk about three possible problems and how you can address them as an agile coach. These are some of the three most common problems you're going to encounter. This question can also come independently in an interview. Number one, it's conflict. Number two, it's lack of clarity. And number three, it's the inability to estimate work effectively. Welcome to the Scrum Chat Room with Dr. Francis Mbunya. And if you're new here, click the subscribe button. For returning subscriber, make sure you like, drop a comment. That encourage me to do more videos that's going to help you. And if you're also very much interested that I do a video in a particular topic, feel free to drop it down. I'll definitely pick that up. Even if I don't cover that topic, I'll when I come up in the live program, I'll pay very much attention in answering that question. All right. So without wasting much time, let's go ahead and answer our question. So the first common problem you will face is resistance. Now, how to answer this question is to understand why we have resistance. Now, think about resistance as let's use a very funny scenario, right? Think about resistance as you meeting a lady you don't know and asking them out on a date, right? Or meeting someone for the first time, and because of what they have heard about you, they don't want to talk to you, or they just completely kind of dislike you. So think about how would you address that scenario, or what will you do? Let's look at a typical case. Are you asking a lady out and they are resisting you, right? That's a funny but a very interesting case that's going to help you understand how to handle resistance. What do you do? Now you calm down and make them understand you for who you are, right? You kind of even kind of step back and stop asking them out and just want to be your friend, and they get to know you and they get to know more of your value, and they're like, oh, I was thinking you were this type of person, but now I understand your value. So resistance always come in when we have different perspective. It's not because we don't like it, it's because we have different perspective. And how we can address resistance is by building relationship, right? So we just seeing things from different angle. As a Scrum Master, as a coach, what happened when you get to a team, you don't change things, right? When leaders are kind of resistant to some specific aspect, you don't force them to adopt new way. You meet them, you understand why they are resisting, and then based on their feedback, you can now build strategy that help them see more value in the approach which you want to suggest to them. The second common problem a team will face is about lack of clarity in the rules and responsibility. All right, lack of clarity in the rules and responsibility. In most agile teams, this is very common, and you're going to see it in the field over and over again. Managers want to be everywhere, right? Even in your event, they want to step up when you're talking, and they want to clarify you. Now, there's lack of that clarity of who should be doing what and who should be doing what. I've actually coached a team, and the PO is the one who wants to own the calendar and say, oh, you know what, Scrum Master, don't bother, I got this. Your role is just to make sure the team is fine. I'm going to take charge of the calendar now. How do you address this problem? A working agreement. Working agreement is very important. Working agreement helps the team to be able to understand who is doing what, why they're doing it, and makes it very, very clear. Most of these challenges of lack of clarity of the role is going to come in when you don't have a clear working agreement. Now, the third aspect which we are going to discuss today is the inability to estimate work effectively. Most of the complaints you are going to see or you're going to come across in the companies that, oh, we're having so much problem with our velocity, there's so much speed over, we're looking for someone to come fix this, right? And when you actually go a bit deeper to start understanding why they're having these challenges, what is the approach of estimation and all of that, you realize that most of the time they are not having enough conversation while they are discussing work. right? They just come to a planning meeting now. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4 days, or the PO actually put in assign the estimate for the work and want the team to take it out from there. So because of that, when they start working, they realize, oh, this wasn't what we thought. So they actually get into that lock. So what you want to do is that no matter how experienced a team might be, you always want to encourage discussion around conversation around work that they need to do. Encourage the use of the adjusted Fibonacci sequence in order to discuss work, the use of poker planning. It's not just to get the right work, but it's to understand, to see if everyone is at the same level. So if you implement these 3 aspects, you realize that you'll be able to address most of the challenges that a team is facing. All right, if this was helpful and you actually need some help in breaking through beyond this question, make sure that you check information on how we can support you in our community of practice. We also run trainings, Scrum Master training, release train engineer training, and you can actually reach out to us for more information. But I'm super excited because I'm going to see you in the next video. If there is a particular topic you want me to treat, drop it in the comment box, and rest assured, I am going to be putting on a video to address that. Even if I don't do that in my next live video, I'm going to ensure that I answer that question. I'll see you on the other side.